Good evening, Europe! Good morning, Australia, and in a bunch of other languages that I do not speak. Welcome to the ESC Fan TV Song Contest 2020, live from our living rooms. Now, tonight is going to be a fantastic evening because not only are we going to be celebrating 25 of the songs that would have competed in this year's Eurovision, we are also going to be taking a look at what we think are our favorite songs, and finally we are going to be voting on who we think should have won this year's Eurovision Song Contest. Now, it's important for me to say that while we will be doing our votes here on the show, it is all up to you guys to help us pick a winner, because we're just a bunch of people with a bunch of varying degrees of good or bad music taste, so we would love to hear from you. Elliot, if you could just bring up the screen on how people can vote. There we go. These are the 26, I believe it is. I think I said 25 before. The 26 songs that you will be able to vote for today. If you want to vote, you just have to go to www.menti.com and use the code 523567 and you will be able to vote. It's free, it's easy, and there's no reason not to do it. Thank you.
I was waiting for your speech to be done.
Yeah, I thought, with a little artistic pause, it would mean that you would take it off. And it worked, so all is great. Now, before we get into the music, let us get into the panel and say hello to everyone. First of all, it's hello to the one who is nervously pushing the buttons today. It's Elliot. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, it'll be fine, I promise. That's what I've been telling myself all day. It will be fine.
Awesome. There will be no crying this time, we promise. No. Also, it's a big hello to Stuart.
Hi, Nicholas. This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Yes, it's a perfect series finale. Also, of course, a big hello to Tom.
Hey, Nicholas. Great to see you. Going to be an amazing evening.
It definitely will. A big hello to Sean.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be back. Looking forward to this. Should be good.
Yes, it will. And a big hello to Elena.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm already having so much fun. This is going to be a blast.
The biggest party of the year, that's for sure. Also, of course, a big hello to everyone in the chat. I see official ESC is there, Gustav is there, Ahmed K is there, E-Register, Cyprus, Campbell, Lori. So many people are there. We love that you are all here celebrating with us today. Now, and Elliot, don't push any buttons you're supposed to, like Gustav
I won't.
says.
But also, just a quick hello to Mark and Danny, who normally watch next morning from Australia, who've been telling us all week how amazing it's been. So, hi guys, because I know they're seeing this tomorrow morning.
Yes. Now, like I said, we have 26 songs that you can vote for today, but 20 of those we've already talked about. We had our semifinal shows on Monday and Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Yes, I barely remember what I've been doing this week. It's just been a week-long party, So obviously, we've already reviewed some of these songs. Let us actually take a look at what we've said about these songs.
Oh my goodness, what a song, what a lady, and like everything about it. This is everything and much more than I could ask for.
She gives an amazing performance. She seems like she really sells it 110%.
When you think about Eurovision, you think about Norway. When you think about Norway, you think about Eurovision this year. It's great.
Who is supposed to listen to that song?
It's just Cyprus trying to do the same thing again.
Yeah, it just screams 12th in the semi-final, doesn't it?
I think she's got a fabulous voice. The song I know will be catchy and I know it will be voted for.
And it's Azerbaijani. It's not going to be mainstream European.
I think Azerbaijan would have done very well.
Well, I think the biggest threat here is Lithuania.
It's so simply done. There's no fancy production. It's just got exactly what it needs to make it work.
I feel like it relies too much on the dance and the music. It's like after the first minute, it's like, okay, this is what we've got.
I really loved annoying the hell out of my girlfriend by constantly singing Uno.
As fun as it is, and I do like bopping around to it, doesn't do anything for me.
The dance factor in that would have probably outdone Lithuania.
I had 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 other winners in Melody Festival this year.
The song doesn't do their voices justice. They're kind of swamped out a wee bit.
I was almost crying my smile off because it was so beautiful.
I still champion her staging as the only person on Urge. I loved it. I thought it was so cool, so different.
It's something different, and Australia are not scared of doing something different.
Australia, love it. I've listened to it the most out of all 41 songs. I think it's fantastic, and Montaigne is fabulous.
I've never heard a person being as old as I am and sing so brilliantly.
I think she's a great singer, but I'm not massively keen on the song. I think I preferred her entry from Junior Eurovision, to be honest.
She's good. I love it.
It's the best song of Eurovision this year and one of my top 5 best Eurovision songs ever.
I prefer it over Victoria. I really do.
She's got a great voice. She's very artistic. She's very unique in her style, which I think is fantastic. And I applaud her for that. You know, the song is lovely.
I would love to see it on stage because I know they were going to do something like big, like Hooverphonic big.
I did not like it when it was first released, but the more I listen to it, the more I like it.
It's just horrible, terrible, and yep. Thank you.
Switzerland is absolutely amazing. It's magical. I think it could have won this year.
I kind of don't see what the fuss is about, Switzerland.
That's because you're an
It's
idiot.
all right.
That's because you don't know anything
it's
about
nice.
emotion and feeling.
Proper ballads, the sort of song which I don't think Switzerland sent in years, and
It's a really good dance track.
since the revamp, I have liked it a lot more.
She sells it as best as she can with a shite song. Let her come back with a good song next year and we can talk.
I love Iceland. It's a great song.
I love the way that they dance. It's so unique.
I think we'll see that when it comes to the grand final votes on Thursday, if Iceland is still my winner.
It was so different.
Who doesn't like a bit of Benny Christo?
Yeah.
He's good. I like it.
Czech Republic, no thank you.
It's the song that I can just see myself laying on a beach, drinking some whiskey, some cocktails, and some rum.
Albania, I actually really do like this. It is a bit shouty and it's a bit generic, but I do still really enjoy it and her voice.
Always, when they translate their song to English, it kind of loses its identity.
Doesn't stand out really for me, but it's a song I'll sit and listen to.
A fantastic song, proud of my own country for once.
Ben and Tan, what a song. Love it.
And I'm still bitter about screens not winning, but I like it. It's good.
I liked Austria. I thought it was quite nice and funky, a bit sort of Jamiroquai.
It's alright.
Kind of catchy, isn't it?
It is the biggest Justin Timberlake ripoff of the century.
It's bloody awful. I don't know what's wrong with people.
This song does not get enough credit. It is an amazing, beautiful song.
Can't remember how it goes. I just find it very forgettable, and Cheerleading I much preferred.
Love it, but maybe not just for me.
Again, I just think, I've heard this before.
Man Ballad sang well, but his song bet was better last year.
It's fantastic. It's Disney, it's modern.
It's up against other really beautiful ballads that would have all fought for the victory.
Like listening to a piece of art, if that makes any sense.
There we go. Hopefully my pennant is still awake. There you go. Those were the 20 songs that went through our little semifinals there. And of course, also a little honorable mention to some of the songs that we unfortunately aren't seeing in the final. I've already seen some love for Ukraine, some love for Ireland, some love for Latvia. Of course, we would love to have all these songs in the final, but like in the real Eurovision, there can only be 26. We've seen what we said about the first 20 songs. However, there are, of course, the Big Five and the Netherlands that were due to host the Eurovision this year. What do we think of those songs? Well, let's have a little listen to them first and we'll see.
You are the best in me.
enjoyed that recap, actually. A lot of great songs. Jean, what are your favorites from the Big Five in the Netherlands?
Ooh, absolutely love Germany. I think it's brilliant. Ben Dolic's on Violent Thing, absolutely love it. It's a stonker. Really want to get you going. I think the UK have got a decent song this year as well. It's such a shame for James that he actually can't go. I wonder if he's going to be representing the UK next year. I think it would be unfair to take the opportunity away from him, definitely. He seems such a nice guy. He's got a great vocal ability. And, let's fingers crossed that he represents the UK. I think Italy is a phenomenal song as well. Really, really good. That might feature in my votes a little bit later on. It may not, it might. We'll just have to stay tuned to find out. But yeah, and the Spanish song, Universo, it's a great track. So those are my 4 favourites out of those 6 selections, yeah.
Amazing. Tom, do you feel the national pride this year? Are you happy about the song that was chosen for the UK?
Oh, do you know what? It's a cracking little song, isn't it? I have to say, I do get Caesar Samson vibes when I listen to it on ESC radio, purely and simply because it comes on, you're not quite sure what it is, and it kind of hooks you in anew, which makes me think, in actual fact, the UK may have just passed up on what could have been one of its best placings in recent years, because I think it would have actually probably been in the top 15, I think. Other honourable mentions, obviously, the Netherlands' Grow is an amazing track. It's got such a soulful vibe to it, absolutely amazing. But you know, the one I really like, which seems to be common with a lot of people, is Germany. Ben Dolic, absolutely superb track. Do you know what? I can't wait to hear some dance remixes of that as well, because that will be a hashtag banger.
Banger.
Yes, it'll be one of those that'll be on Eurovision parties for many years to come, I'm sure. Elliot, are you dancing along to Germany's song as well?
Yeah, I think Germany is the strongest of these. Would it have done the best? I'm not sure, because Italy is also really, really powerful. It's one that I wouldn't say learnt to love, but I've enjoyed it more the more I've heard it. The UK, yeah, it was actually a very solid entry for the UK. I know Tom said it would have been, one of our best entries and placings in years, but the bar is quite low for that. But I get what you mean. Like, it's something we could have been very proud of, bearing in mind they didn't, step up the staging. And yeah, I think just across the board, they were all very, solid in their own rights, individualities. But I do think for me, Germany was my favourite, and I wouldn't be shocked if Slovenia pinch him next year, because he's actually born and raised in Slovenia. So I wouldn't be surprised if they cherry pick him now that they've seen the talent he has.
So he can come second in the selection, like Lena did.
If it means you have a run like you did this year, then yes, I'll pay good money to see it.
Who knows? Who knows what we'll see next year? Elena, which of these was your favorite?
It's so hard to choose one. I like France, Spain, like Germany, England. Oh my god, so hard. I like, for once in my lifetime, I like actually countries from the Big Five.
Well, there we go. It is, it is a very strong selection this year. I've seen a lot of love for like Italy and for the Netherlands. I've seen a lot of love for Germany. There's a lot of love in the chat as well. Love to see it. Stuart, are you loving the Big Five as much this year as well?
I think everyone's stepped their game up, Nicholas, this year. I think, not just the Big Six, everyone has really gone for it. But a big shout out to Italy, because I think the Italian song this year is so beautiful. It's such a shame that we're not going to get to see this live, because I have this feeling that the production of it was going to be so strong, and he has such a marvelous, exquisite voice that it was made for the Eurovision stage. The Netherlands, exactly the same. I remember doing this show when the Netherlands first released their song, and it was a bit of a mixed bag. Some people just didn't get it, but as time has progressed, everyone has listened to the lyrics, they've got the melody, they understand the message, and it is the most beautiful song. And even our own nation, the UK, or my nation, the UK, I think the BBC and the music company they're working with have really pulled out the stops. We've got a singer songwriter who has written their own song. So no disrespect, but we're not importing pop music from Denmark or Sweden. It's a British song. We have got the singer that's written their own stuff, and they're going to perform their own stuff. They've got creative control, that was my understanding, and the staging for the song in Rotterdam was going to be really powerful. Really, really strong year. And it's just ironic that the one year where the UK makes a strong representation is the year that we're just not going to see it. And like Sean, I am really hopeful that on Saturday night, because the UK have a special show before the EBU show on Saturday, that we're going to get an announcement that James Newman is going to be the representative next year, or at very least the songwriter. That's my hope.
Okay. It would at least be a nice moment. Maybe he could get surprised as well on the show. Who knows? I mean, let's hope the BBC are taking notes here, because I think, like, I've heard a lot of people, myself included, say a lot of positive about this song, the kind of direction that they're going. So I mean, let's hope moving forward that this could be a really good thing for them, because I mean, I echo what the panel has said here. I feel like it is such a strong selection in the Big Five in the Netherlands this year. It would have really been a tough Eurovision. There's no doubt about that. I mean, Germany coming out there with probably one of their best attempts in many years could have really been a contender. Italy, once again, serving quality. I wasn't a fan of this to begin with, but it's really grown on me, and it's kind of what the Italian songs can do. I feel like they can often really grow and kind of become their own thing, even outside of Eurovision, and the song has become its own thing in Italy. And I mean, I love the UK as well. I loved Spain when it first came out. It's a great selection, and it's a shame that we aren't seeing these songs this year. But hopefully, I mean, we already know that Spain and Netherlands, I believe it is, have said that the representative will go on to next year. I don't remember if anyone else has said it out of the Big Five. Someone correct me.
No, it's just Spain and the Netherlands so far.
Got it. But I mean, it could be interesting to see who else are going. And I mean, lots of great comments coming in there. Official ESC says Germany has only very bad or very good songs, and as we can see, this is clearly one of the good ones. Lots of great comments. Benjamin says France don't get enough credit. It's a decent song that doesn't get enough love. Definitely, and the revamp really did something on the song, I feel like. And yeah, just a lot of love for these songs. Love to see it. But I mean, on this show, we are going to be giving our votes. We will be doing that a little bit later, but let me just once again plug the thing that you can see down at the bottom of the screen. If you go to menti.com and use the code 523567, you will be able to vote for who you think should be the winner. And I mean, the winner is changing constantly. I'm just looking at the scoreboard right now, and there's only about like 10 points between first place and second place. So in reality, it only takes one person voting for this all to change. So I mean, it's very exciting. It's so exciting, and we'll of course be announcing the results at the end of the show. So keep voting. Keep voting. Eurovision may not be happening this year, but we've still listened to these songs. We've loved it. And I feel like this is the time where, this is probably the last time we really get to talk about these songs. So I want to go to the panel one by one, pick out a song you want to champion, and just tell us everything about what you love about it. Elliot, what is the song that you're absolutely championing this year?
Oh, why did you make me go first? I can only pick one. Because like Stuart said, there have been so many good songs. It's been very difficult just to pick one out. Beforehand, I just need to quickly put this comment up saying, this is Obenkley saying the UK is the last country to import from Sweden. I'm guessing you forgot last year when we took a Swedish song off John Lundvik. Moving on. I think I've got to go with... I'm going to go with Norway. Special mention to Montaigne as well, because she's fantastic. But Norway, purely because Ulrikke is fantastic. She's an amazing singer. Her heart was so in this and this song, and you could tell. She performed the ever-loving hell out of it every single time she sang it, even in Sweden and Romania. Like, she cared so much about this song. And, she just gave, for me, the best moment of the national final season when that massive televote came through, meaning she won. And she was just in such shock and disbelief. And the song is incredible. And it's a message which just transcends to anyone. Everyone can relate to attention, I think. And like I said, I just think she's fantastic. She's amazing. Yeah, Norway. I can't heap enough love to it, so I'm gonna go with Norway.
Amazing. So one point of love there for Norway. One heart. I don't know how to explain it. Let's see, Sean. What is your favorite this year? Who are you championing?
You see, we're kind of giving away our 12 points here, aren't we? By doing this, but
maybe we can give maybe there's a song that you championed that aren't in our 26 songs this evening. Who knows?
There's so many good songs this year. There really, really is. And so at the start of the year, at the start of the season, now we're thinking, oh no, it's not a great year. There's not many great songs. But as they came in, and I just thought, yeah, this is going to be a good one. And to be honest, that kind of happens every year. I kind of end up loving most of the songs. I've got to give a special shout out to Bulgaria. I think it's such a magical sounding song. I think when I reviewed it previously on ESC Fan TV, I said it sounded like a John Lewis Christmas advert right at the beginning. It's got that amount of magic in the orchestral arrangement at the start of the song. I absolutely love it. But my heart belongs with Iceland this year. I love the song. I love the quirky dance routine. Daði himself is such a lovely guy. Met him at Melfest pre-party. He's such a laugh. The song's about his little daughter, and it's just an endearing story, and such a fun song as well at the same time. Absolutely love it.
Lots of love there. I think just before we go to anyone else, I just want to give my little special shout out, because I think I actually want to give a shout out to Ireland, because I really think Ireland deserve it this year. You know, it's been a bit hit or miss for them over the past few years. They were the biggest thing in Eurovision in the 90s, and ever since then it's kind of been a bit hit or miss for them. But I really feel like this year they sent something that felt like something that the artist truly believed in. It was a lot of fun. I saw a lot of love for it. And I mean, I really hope she comes back next year with an even better song, because I think she's a fantastic performer who really seems to want to do it. And I think that's the right step they should take, because I remember when I saw that song festival party that the Netherlands put on, there was an interview with Johnny Logan, and when asked what he thinks Ireland should do, it's send a singer with their own song and something they truly believe in. And I feel like this was actually a step in that direction. So kind of like what we're seeing with the UK, actually, it seems like Ireland might actually be on the right track now, and I love to see it. So that's my honorable mention that we unfortunately didn't get to see in our little final show here. Stuart, who do you champion? Who is your special shout out of the evening?
So there's one song for me which deserves it and deserved to win Eurovision, in my opinion, bar none. It actually is one of the few songs which gets me quite emotional, and I'm quite emotional thinking about it. I couldn't believe that a song could come along that would rival Duncan Lawrence last year. And along comes GJON'S Tears. And I just think Respondez-moi is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. And I really mean that. And yeah, you'll have to excuse me, but it does actually get me quite emotional. And I actually think it's so beautiful that I'm not sure how he's going to better it next year, because he's coming back, isn't he? And you'd have to go some to beat that. I really, really feel it's a real shame for Switzerland this year. I really do. Great song. But just to kind of make a final point.
Go ahead.
I think also it was a year where, if Switzerland, of course, have won the contest back with Celine Dion in '88, if Switzerland weren't to win Eurovision this year, it could very easily have gone to a country that has never won before. And that could very easily have been Lithuania. It could very easily have been Iceland, possibly Malta, possibly one or two others. It was really, really open. But for me, Switzerland is a mile ahead of everything else.
Awesome. You know, a song that can make a grown man cry. I mean, what else do you need? It's
tissue.
It's there we go. Perfect. Elina, I saw your shout of joy there when Switzerland was mentioned. Is that the one you want to give your special shout out to as well?
Yeah, he's my 12 points. He's my favorite song this year. If I would have seen him live, I would have cried my eyes out. I just know it. For a reason, I'm glad that Eurovision isn't going through, because I would have cried. But the song is so good. Like, oh, I'm so bummed that it didn't go. That Eurovision is cancelled, and then I can see it live because how my English. Blah. How are they gonna overtop it? Like, how? It's so good. Like,
I think one thing's for sure is that if they do manage to top it, we'll most likely see Switzerland win next year. Because I mean, I think he has what it takes to do it. It's just about finding that right song. And I mean, I also gotta say, it was great that Eurovision was supposed to be held in Ahoy this year with the sea of tears that would have been there when Switzerland was performing. I had to do it. Sorry. And I think Tom, you're the one that I haven't gone to yet. What is your special shout out of the evening?
Oh, there are so many to pick from. I have to admit, it's not going to give away my 12 points at all because I've listened to a couple of the ones that I drew up on the shortlist whilst everyone was talking, being champions. So I'm going to champion the Mamas from Sweden, which comes high up on my list. Because let's face it, this was such a fairy tale. I mean, the fact that they went out and backed John Lundvik last year. Okay, they're without Paris this year, but as a trio, they went through to Melodifestivalen. They were one of the first songs performed at Melodifestivalen. They won the closest ever Melodifestivalen in years by just 1 point from Dotter. And it's such a great song as well. It's got a really nice gospel vibe to it. It's really uplifting, and I think it, for once, could we say that Sweden have been underrated this year? Because I think it actually deserves a bit more credit than it's got.
Interesting. I'm just looking at the chat room here because I see a lot of love for Switzerland as well. Really see a lot of love for them. We also have David who says, I love so many artists put the hard work in to see their dreams to be broken. It must be really hard, to be in this situation. And I feel like, instead of looking at it as how we lost the Eurovision this year, let's just look at it how that every single participant that was going to be there this year, they are all winners because they're all winners in their own right. They've done everything they could. They've done some fantastic live performances online for all of us over the last couple weeks. So, I mean, let's just give a big round of applause to everyone who's going to be on the show this year. Really think I really think they deserve that. Before we move on, I just want to once again show here that if you do want to vote, remember to go to menti.com and use the code 523567 and you can vote for the 26 songs that you are seeing on screen right now. I spent a lot of time doing a nice little thing here, so I hope you all appreciate it.
Nicholas, can I just give a shout out to the fact that I love you've actually got the splurge at the bottom.
I've just seen it. It's great.
Voting costs absolutely nothing. Doesn't matter if you use a mobile or a landline. You can ask for your player's permission if you want, but if you don't, it's okay. We won't count them.
It's so authentic. I hadn't even bothered to read it. It's fabulous.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's amazing. I love it.
It's the little things,
You just miss one bit out. If you're watching this later, don't vote. Don't vote.
Oh yeah.
And you may not be charged.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I got to work on my Graham Norton. I'll get there next year. Year. Now I think actual what Tom was talking about with the Mamas, I think that's a great segue into the next bit I want to do just before we get into the voting, because obviously this is kind of like the series finale of our Eurovision 2020 reviews, and we've done so many things on this show this year. I mean, if you are a new viewer, remember to go to our channel and check out our little best bit video that Elliot did, because it really shows some of the fun that we've had this Eurovision season. It's been absolutely great. But I just wanna take a quick round around the panel and see what has been your favorite moments. I'm gonna start myself because I think my favorite moment this year has actually just been following the Norwegian semifinals and talking about those, because I just had, and also a thank you to Gustav, I just saw the comment. Love that.
Did you pay him?
No,
He's never this nice. He must be drunk still from last night.
Could be. No, I lost my trail of thought. Oh no. Well, I just want to say that I really enjoyed the Norway show. I think NRK put in a fantastic production this year. Big shout out to them. Let's not talk about the voting in the final. Great show. Really enjoyed it. And I really just enjoyed talking about it on this show as well. We had some fantastic fun Norway shows. Lots of clip from those in the best bit, of course. Eline, what has been your favorite moment of this Eurovision season?
The moment with Hooverphonic is like one of my favorites. And the final of Melodifestivalen, because all my friends were at my house and we had a little party for the first time. And now looking back at it, it was our only Eurovision party we had together. So yeah, that's a nice memory.
And well, we never know what we had until it's over and we're looking back.
Oh, God.
And you thought I was done with the puns.
You're very still Tom's job in a minute with the bad puns. Just don't put them into links at the bottom of the screen, or he's got nothing to do.
There's a point there. Sean, your favorite moment of this Eurovision season?
There's a couple, to be honest. Being at the Melfest final, that was amazing. Second year I've done that, but it was extremely exciting this time around. Really, really enjoyable. And seeing the Mamas win and following the story. In fact, it's a good job I did, because everything else after that got cancelled. But also being involved with this channel, ESC Fan TV, and particularly the Retrovision shows, the few of those that I've done, have been really enjoyable to look back at some of the special Eurovisions of yesteryear and dress up like an idiot. So yeah, it's been brilliant.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers for that, and we will of course be returning with another Retrovision this Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to kind of like wrap up this amazing Eurovision week that we've had despite the cancellation. Elliot, your favorite moment of the season?
Oh god, same with like the songs. There's so many I could pick from, and just from off this show. I mean, do we talk about the just psychoticness that we fell into with the Danish show, where we just tried to be positive and struggled? The Slovenia show, where we struggled even more to be immensely positive. We are positive people, that's the thing, but we really struggle in those two shows. I actually think my highlights were just every week, just the kiss of death hitting Tom every single week in Norway, to the point where he just slowly stopped mentioning it. Same with Joe, when they just tried some like sort of weird mind meld psychology to make Magnus Bocken win, and then maybe someone else would in the final because it was just going wrong and they put it on camera.
Can I just say that the one times we didn't voice our real thoughts on camera were the one times our favourites actually went through? Yes!
Could be hit
there's
all
some
day.
psychology there that we shouldn't look more into it, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure he had a hand in voting those weeks as well. But no, like I said, there are so many good moments. I just think it has just been like just countless hours just spouting, to be honest, utter shite with you lot and disagreeing and seeing who's right and who's wrong in the end of the day. And like I said, it's quite good Eurovision's not happening because we all rather be right and wrong in their own heads. Oh, shut up, Stuart.
Yeah, I think on the topic of that, I do want to give two like honorable mentions to two fantastic moments. I think especially like one, the Slovenian show where we just all lost it at the end and someone mentioned Ariana Grande. It was I still don't like fully remember what happened during that show. It was a weird evening. And of course, I gotta say, probably one of my all-time favorite moments, which will forever be one of my favorite moments on ESC Fan TV, is of course the birth of his Elliot's music taste always wrong.
I stand by my comments and decisions, and I will die on that hill.
And I stand by the fact that you're wrong. Now, moving on to Tom, your favorite moment of this season.
Do you know what? I'm going to do an honourable mention, and then I'm gonna do my favourite moment. So my honourable mention is the time when I hosted a show and had Aline and Alina on the same show. Which, quite frankly, I'm not actually sure how I got through that show because no one seemed to know who was who. And even when I named them Alina 1 and Alina 2, it just didn't work. But I think my ultimate top moment of this season probably goes, actually, when I was in work and the person I sit next to came up to me and was like, "Oh, have you seen the Iceland entry? And I've seen the video and it's really cool and you should listen to it," and things like this. And I was like, "You know who you're talking to, right? I followed the final. Do you not even subscribe to the channel?" But that was amazing because I was like, yes, people are actually looking at Eurovision who maybe are more outside the bubble than us.
Eurovision in the real world, who would have thought?
I know, crazy.
Crazy. And I mean, finally, Stuart, your favorite moment of this season?
So can I just go back on that Ariana Grande thing? So, I mean, that was a real highlight for me. So much. You were so confused, Nicholas, that you went and Googled what Grindr was afterwards. And I won't tell you what you found. I think for me, Ukraine actually selecting a song that made it to Eurovision was a highlight for me. Oh, wait. And the Danish song, the Danish national final was a real highlight. The fact that you put me through an hour of that. And now I have faith embedded into my head forever. Thank you for that. I am over the moon, and I will return the favour at some point, Nicholas. But quite honestly, I just want to be the one to say, me and Tom started this about 1.5 years ago, and let me tell you, it's an absolute pleasure. Anyone watching in the chat room that wants to come on the shows that hasn't already, wants to get in bed with us, so to speak, is very welcome to. And we really are a family, and it's a real pleasure to do this with you guys every day and every week and every year. So thank you very much, my ESC Fan TV family. Love you all.
Oh.
The love is mutual. And before this gets way too sappy, let's take a look at the chat room, because I mean, there's lots of great moments there as well. Ian, who said that watching all of San Remo was a marathon, but well worth it. I would never do it, but good for those who are doing it. Thank you to Mel for the comment on my bow tie. You know, it's nice to be appreciated every once in a while. You know, there's not really a reason to dress up fancy these days, so it's nice to get some compliments when you do take the chance. Morten having a lot of fun with the cake to bake mashup that I did for him. If you haven't seen that, go watch our semi-final 1 show. It was a blast. We also have officially ESC, who says favorite moments so far, the home concerts by the artist. Definitely a thing that I think a lot of us would love to see return for next year. It's just been so much fun being able to see all these artists interpret old Eurovision songs. And even though we've heard probably about all the versions of Euphoria you would be able to do ever, it's still been a blast watching them. So thank you to everyone for sharing your comments, and thank you to everyone for sharing the love. Now, hopefully the love's gonna continue, because now we get into the voting. We get into an exciting bit. Hopefully it won't be a Vienna 2015 again. Hopefully everyone will be on track. They'll have their votes ready. There will be no one cutting out. I've already jinxed it, so we're just gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna start from the bottom. Tom, give us your votes, please.
Hey. Well, thank you for a fantastic show tonight, by the way.
Don't milk your part. This is why Eurovision takes 5 hours now.
Yeah.
Oh, look, come on. Just get into the spirit of it. Can't help you just not feeling the love, Elliot. Right, guys. My points are as follows. 1 point to United Kingdom. 2 points goes to Australia. 3 points goes to Spain. 4 points goes to Lithuania. 5 points, it's Denmark, Ben and Tan. 6 points, Germany. 7 points, the Mamas from Sweden. 8 points goes to Iceland. 10 points goes to Bulgaria. And 12 points goes to... let's face it, all season I've just wanted your attention. They go to Norway.
Woo! There we go. Thank you so much for your vote. I've just taken a look at the scoreboard. I mean, the scores are constantly changing. There is still time to get your votes in so you can change the end result. Very exciting. Sean, do you have your votes ready?
I do. And there they are. Okay, so 1 point goes to Norway. 2 points to Armenia. 3 points to Lithuania. 4 points to Italy. 5 points to Sweden. My 6 points goes to Bulgaria. 7 points to Switzerland. 8 points to Germany. 10 points to Malta. And my 12 points go to Iceland.
Woo!
Hey!
I should have gotten out the Icelandic flag. Oh well. I can't move because my headphones are stuck to my suit. So if I'm... Anyways. Let us call up Belgium. Good evening. Can we have your votes, please?
Yeah. So I already voted, and I forgot to write them down, so I only remember my 12 points.
Oh, bless you.
And there
Sorry.
we go.
You know, I'm bad with technology, so yeah, I'm that person. So my 12 votes go to Switzerland. Shock.
Woo! Well, I guess it does kind of echo, you know, the current state of Eurovision where we don't read out all the points. So you're excused for now.
Is that it? Is that the Belgian points?
Yeah, that's the Belgian points.
We
Look,
voided the vote. We voided Belgium this year.
Our executive supervisor will, of course, be looking into the votes and verifying them shortly. Moving on, let's go to Stuart. Good evening, Stuart. May we have your votes, please?
Yes, hello. Here are the votes for the whatever jury, really. 1 point goes to Iceland. God, I'm not in the chat room right now. 2 points goes to Cyprus. 3 points goes to the United Kingdom. I genuinely mean that. I think it's a really good song. 4 points go to the Netherlands with Grow. Brilliant song. 5 points to Norway. 6 points to Russia. 7 points go to Italy. 8 points go to Lithuania. 10 points go to Armenia. Whoop, whoop. And 12 points go to GJON'S Tears for Switzerland.
There we go.
They conclude the votes.
The votes. And moving on to Elliot. Good evening, Elliot. May we have your votes, please?
Yes, before I do, just a comment. You don't want to hear any of us try French. We tried it last year, car crash. Moving on.
I thought my accent was good. It's just a shame the rest of the words weren't.
Baguette, 12 points.
Okay, before I have like a laughing fit, I just banish. My 1 point goes to Russia. My 2 points go to Albania. 3 points to Belgium. 4 points to Germany. 5 points to Denmark, which is how much Nicholas paid me to say that. 6 points to Malta.
Couldn't afford more.
7 points to Finland. 8 points to Switzerland. 10 to Australia and Montaigne. And my 12, Shot Carter. It's Ulrikke from Norway. Beautiful song.
And there we go. Now I think it is my turn now for the votes. So good evening, myself. May I give the votes, please? Imagine that. Imagine if 1 year in Eurovision the hosts were just, these are my favorites.
Can I just make a point on that last comment? I gave GJON'S Tears 12. He's just not my genre, dude.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you were the one who knew what Grindr was, so... Right. I'm just gonna quickly go through my votes. So, Romania, 1 point. Sweden, 2 points. Bulgaria, 3 points. Switzerland, 4 points. Russia, 5 points. Denmark, 6 points. I love it when you can vote for your own country. Finland, 7 points. Norway, 8 points. Iceland, 10 points. Which means my 12 points goes to Montaigne from Australia. Woo! And I hope I won't be kicked out by my girlfriend. Oh, God.
She's probably spraying her hair blue as we speak. Can I just say, because there are probably a lot of Australians watching, Australian was my next point, so don't kill me, please, Danny. Love you loads, really.
I mean, I've championed Australia from the beginning, and I gotta say, it's the one that I've listened to the most for the past month, so it had to get my 12 point there. Now, I think it is about time, isn't it? Isn't it about time that we find out who is the winner of the ESC Fan TV Song Contest? Now, before we do it, let us just go to the ESC Fan TV Executive Supervisor, Stuart Olasand. Can you confirm that the results are valid?
Yes, I can confirm the votes are valid.
That is the worst Norwegian accent I've ever heard.
This is why we needed Mawson. We should just ask Mawson for just quick cameo.
People criticise me for my accents. Crikey.
You've got to say take it away now.
Well, I was getting to that bit before I got rudely interrupted. Nicholas, take it away.
There we go. So, I think it is about time. The voting has been closed, as far as I'm aware, and it is almost closed. While we're closing it, let us just look at the fact that I've been cancelled.
Right.
Also, she's looking for a new favorite to the panel. May I suggest Alina? She's always nice. I suggest her.
To do what?
Anyway, let us do it. I think we can't hold the excitement anymore. I'm not gonna do 5 interval acts. I haven't practiced my river dance in a while, so we're not gonna get that this evening.
Get on with it.
Instead,
hang on.
I think I got accused of milking my part.
Nicholas, you want to do it out of your screen? Mine's not behaving.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. So, the winner of the ESC Fan TV Song Contest 2020 is... Is it sharing? It's sharing! There we go! Oh. Congratulations, Switzerland! We have a winner with a, a fairly safe victory there. Also, a big congratulations to Iceland coming second, and Stuart's favorite, it's Armenia coming third.
What was that, Elliot? Sorry, I didn't. Was that an apology? Oh, I think it was.
No, it really wasn't.
Go Armenia! Woo!
I'd demand a recount. We get recounts all the time in British politics. I demand one now. Because that is bull.
This is exactly the reason why we shouldn't have done this vote, because now he can actually say that he has a reason to believe that Armenia could have come top 3. What can we do, right?
Plus side, the UK's left-hand side. Get used to that.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. 11th place.
Proof that the votes are totally rubbish.
Let us just share some love for Belgium coming second last. Also, yeah, that's placing.
Never mind. They made the final.
Yeah, and Hooverphonic will come back with a bop next year.
That's right.
Yeah, that's you just gotta believe. You always gotta believe in your favorites. So there we go.
Wow.
We've done our votes. There's nothing more to say. Eurovision 2020 has been great despite the cancellation. We've had our fun here on ESC Fan TV, but of course we're not done yet. Stuart, what can people look forward to on this channel tomorrow evening?
So I'm just focusing on Morton's comment. Yes, Armenia finished higher than Norway. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central European Time, 7 p.m. British Summer Time, join us, the usual channels, for the best ever Eurovision Song Contest winner vote. It'll be a lot of fun. Tons and tons and tons of songs tomorrow night. Some of the, well, obviously the greatest ever winners, but we are going to whittle it down to the best ever. And you are in the driving seat. You vote. Join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central European Time, 7 p.m. British Summer Time.
Yes, and you already know how to vote because we've used the voting tonight. So you just gotta be ready there for tomorrow as well. And of course, we have Retrovision on Sunday, rounding off the week of fantastic Eurovision content. Remember, of course, also, if you haven't seen it already, we did a special review of Summer Nights, a brand new song by Ben and Tan that will be released tomorrow. Actually, a lot of this year's Eurovision artists are releasing new music this Friday, so there's a lot to look forward to there as well. But it's been great reviewing these songs. I'm sure some of them will be stuck in our head for many months to come. Thank you to everyone who's been watching all these reviews ever since, we talked about Albania back in December. Thank you to everyone who sat through all our shows on San Remo. Thank you to everyone who agreed that Elliot's music taste is always wrong. Just thank you to everyone. Thank you to every single panelist who's been on. Like Stuart said earlier, if you want to come on this show, drop us a message. We would love to see all of you for the next Eurovision season. But for now, it's a thank you for this evening and a big thank you to Elliot.
Thank you, guys. Just wait, Nicholas. If we're ever in a press room together, there will be a fight, won't there? Something will get thrown, I'm sure.
Can't wait to see it.
Professionals as always. No, thank you, guys. It's been an absolute blast this year. I'm surprised I'm still standing by the end of it, to be honest.
Aren't we all? Yeah, and the ESC Fan TV WWE special will be coming soon. A big thank you to Stuart.
Thanks, Nicholas. Great fun tonight. And a fantastic and well-deserved winner. Congratulations, Switzerland.
Definitely. Big thank you to Tom.
Hey, thanks, Nicholas. Congratulations to Switzerland.
Yes. Big thank you to Sean.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for having me. Congratulations to Switzerland. See you whenever.
Yes. And a big thank you to Alina.
And thanks for having me. And I would say see you next year in Switzerland, but not. But anyway, congratulations.
We'll just pull a Netta and be like, see you next year in whatever. Well, thank you everyone for tonight. And like Random Danish Guy said, here's to next Eurovision season. Thank you everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.